Adam Noble, 4C for FightTalk.net. We're in Bracknell with Luther Clay. Less than 2 weeks to your fight, Luther. How's things?
Yeah, man, everything's good, you know. Training's good, sparring's gone good, weight's good, you know. We're just sharpening up now and making sure everything, you know, will be ready for the 8th of July.
8th of July, so let's talk about that. Renald Garrido, this is a good fight. A lot of people have been saying to me, I really like that fight. Yeah. Good opponent for you. A lot of people don't think you might have a few problems in this fight.
I mean, yeah, he's an experienced guy. I've seen on his record that he's boxed a lot of like the top boxers. Like you got like Jack Catterall, you got Frankie Gavin, you got that Tyron McKenna. He's boxed a lot of top guys, and he's caused some upsets. And he's had more wins than I've had fights. You know, something like 26 wins and whatever, never been stopped and stuff like that. So yeah, it is. I can see why it is a tough fight. You know, so I've prepared well as always. So yeah, we'll do what I have to do.
Brilliant, mate. Well, he's been very excited about it on like the social media and stuff, and sort of making comments and stuff. What do you see as him from his sort of like strengths that could be a threat to your career at the moment?
He's experienced. He has good like work rate.
Yeah.
He's tough. So like I think like. Look, I think he's going to come in and try to drown me. Like, he's going to come in and try to work me for 8 rounds and probably think I'm going to get tired. I won't be able to handle the pace. But, like, you know, he can't drown me because I can swim. You know? So, we're going to see, like, what he's going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I mean, I ain't got a game plan per se, but I know how to handle a pressure fighter and, you know, whether I'm successful or not, we're going to see in like 2 weeks. So. Okay, mate,
cool. And obviously this is your second camp now with Keith Mann. We had the fight in Riga on Alcesta Promotions with LNK Boxing. Jean-Pierre Habimana, that was the first time he got stopped. You stopped him late in the 8th round.
Yeah.
Really good performance. I thought you controlled the fight very well. I definitely saw some improvements from the Danny Craven fight. So you look like everything's happy with Keith.
Yeah, everything's going great with Keith. You know, he knows what I'm good at. He knows what I'm bad at. So we work with what I'm good at, and we try and improve that. And the same with what I'm bad at. You know, especially he puts on me, and when we go sparring, he always organises sparring against styles that I'm bad at. So you know, I'm always working on my weaknesses and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to improve, and he knows me. I'm a bit of an overtrainer, so sometimes I like to do too much, even when I know I shouldn't. But that's just the way I am. So he knows when to like pull me back, and he knows I like to make sure, you know, I'm not doing too much and not doing too little. And someone, you know, he's just a good trainer, all-round trainer. He listens, and we work together. So it's push and pull. It's not just one way. It's not just his way, and it's not my way. We meet in the middle and things, and we talk about things. And you know, so it's good. It's good.
Excellent. And talking about sort of promotionally wise, Alcesta said he wanted to sort of give you a homecoming fight in Bracknell. He's done that. Tickets are going quite well. There's not that many left, I believe.
Yeah.
What's the sort of vibe in the town? What are people saying to you about the show? Is there excitement? Do you feel?
I mean, everyone seems to be excited, but when I'm training, I don't really like see nobody. So like, I'll be on my phone talking to people and stuff.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I just hit the gym and I go home, and but everyone seems excited. I'm getting a lot of like likes on posts and stuff for that, and messages about tickets, and so yeah, I think the vibe's going to be good, and we've got a nice local undercard as well.
Yeah, we've got loads of boys on there.
Sorry, Berkshire, you know, so I think it's going to be great. Not just for me to build up my following, but also for like the other boxers that are fighting in it.
Definitely.
For them to build up their following and have people that don't normally come watch their shows because they're far away. Come and watch them, you know. So it's going to be good.
You said before when we were in Riga that you quite like to sort of go under the radar and be the away fighter and not have a load of fans. How are you feeling about that in the lead up? Because a lot of the people there are going to be sort of like rooting for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just that type of person. I don't really like attention. So, I mean, it's good to have attention in this boxing. You need to have attention. People need to know who you are, and you need to have like put like bums in the seats, as people say.
Yeah, definitely.
But like I don't know, like it's the same way I like to train. Like I like to train primarily by myself with my trainer. I do everything by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm always isolated. So I think I've got used to that. So like now when people see me and pat me on the back saying, "Man, you're doing great," it feels weird to me. It's like,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm not used to it. But it feels great. I mean, it's great to have a fight at home, so everyone can come watch, and hopefully the following grows, because that's ultimately what you need. But I think it's just because I'm so introvert, maybe
Yeah.
that's why. Maybe
Okay,
that's why
mate.
it's like that.
And so, like, living back in Bracknell, we've done interviews before, and you said you weren't. You were saying you were having a bit of a tough time living in Southampton and then living in Manchester. You sort of, touching on maybe a bit of homesickness. What's life like now, just for you? Not even with boxing, with everything. You seem pretty
Man,
happy, mate.
Well, the thing is with me in Southampton and Manchester, it wasn't the fact that it was like homesickness. It was just like in Southampton, it was hard because I was like renting, so it was hard. Like obviously, when you're renting in a place, you ain't really got no money. After you pay your rent, you ain't really
There's
got no
nothing
money for
left,
food.
is there, mate?
Really
No,
left.
yeah. Tell me
So
about
it.
it.
Was that, and then you got to train with no money, and then sometimes you got to be like, I got £10 to last the week.
Yeah.
You might go buy something stupid, like you might go buy a meal deal for £3 or something. You'll be doing dumb shit, and then you ain't got no money. And in Manchester, I was just like, what am I doing in Manchester? I'm not from here. And I was like, I'm not really. This is even further away than home from Southampton. So it was just that. But now I'm home. Everything's good, man. I still follow the same routine. Monday to Friday, I treat it like a job. So Monday to Friday, I train. I don't see nobody. I just go train. In the weekend, I might pop out, see my friends for a couple hours, go back, and I still train on a Saturday, and then Sunday I just relax when I'm training. So it's still the same. It's just that I'm more comfortable because I don't have as much outgoings.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So you like training here, living here, and now you've got the fights happening here as well. It's mental, isn't it? So
I think for me it's just simple because like I just treat it like a job. Like my friends are working Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm training Monday to Friday. I ain't doing nothing else.
Very professional attitude,
and then,
actually. I think that's good.
So like, and then sometimes I'll go out, see some friends, but ultimately it's just the same. I just try. Just remember that the training comes first, and then if you do that, it's simple. You can't get distracted if you tell yourself training comes first. Everything else. So sometimes after I've trained, so let's say it's a Monday or something, I might have done my training, my run in the morning, sprints, whatever, and training in the evening. If my friend goes, "Oh, do you wanna come chill?" and I'm like, oh, "I've done my training. Okay, let me go see my friend." But if I haven't trained and my friend asks me, I'm like, nah. It's simple like that. It's simple. So there's no way you can get distracted if you've got structure and you just stick to it.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Okay, that's cool. Talking about I know you're probably not looking at any other opponents other than Renald Garrido, but you've sort of broken into the top 20 in the British rankings in the UK, and like welterweight's a really stacked division, especially in this country. Are you sort of looking to maybe fight some British fighters in the future, like some sort of British grudge matches and things like that? Because you seem to only fight foreign opponents. It seems to be quite hard to get the English fighters to fight you.
For me, my goal, I'm 20 or 21 when it changes every day. But if I can win this fight, and hopefully I can like maybe see 15 or go down from there, I would like to get some like a British name, But the thing is, with fighting these other prospects, I don't want to just fight a prospect on a small home show on a ticket deal. If I fight another prospect, for like whoever in the top 15, top 10, it's got to be worth my while. Like,
I get you.
Because if I fight a prospect like that, undefeated or winning record, whatever, it's got to be on a show that people are going to see, for one. And it's not so much about the money, but the fact it's got to be people that are going to see, and it's going to lead to something else, you know what I mean? So that's what it's about, because it's not beneficial for me to just go fight someone in the top 10 or whatever, do you know what I mean? Because if it's just on a small whole show and no one sees it and it's still a ticket deal, so ultimately it's got to be risk and reward.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know if you beat someone that's really good, then people will say you beat this, but if no one sees it, then it's the same as any other fight, So the risk has to be with the reward.
Okay,
That's what it means. Otherwise, we don't care about mixing it with anybody, really.
Yeah. We're saying that all the fights you take, they're quite risky fights compared to sort of other people in their first 10 fights in their career. Like Habimana, he had a winning record, didn't he?
Yeah.
Never been stopped before. And even Danny Craven, he was considered a good fighter. And that was on that World Boxing Super Series thing, so that kind of goes with what you were saying.
I think like those two fights have been good, but I don't think those were my toughest fights. I think my toughest fight was the guy like Gallus Cologne, the French guy Gallus Cologne.
What, in Portsmouth?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
It was like I never found myself in any like difficulty or nothing. But he was so big, like he was
big, wasn't he?
Like,
He was a big kid.
I was hitting him. He was feeling the shots, but he had a really good defense, and he kept trying to like press me. But that's why I'm so confident about this fight though, because look, that Gallus Cologne guy, he was like what 5'11" or something, big. He looked like a middleweight when I was fighting.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this Renald Garrido gonna do. If he's a pressure fighter and a volume fighter, he ain't bigger than Cologne.
No.
He ain't stronger than him. He might be more experienced and technically savvy, like because he throws his combinations. But I don't know. So it's a risk. I ain't like overlooking it. But when I play it in my head, I don't see how he's gonna beat me. But at the same time, I'm preparing like he could. But,
Yeah.
So
Very confident.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, good man. Good to hear. I'm looking forward to the show. How can people get tickets? The few that are left, tell people your Twitter and stuff like that.
The best way to get tickets is just to contact me. So on Instagram, Black Panther Boxing, at Black Panther Boxing, no spaces or anything. On Twitter, I'm Luther Clay 95, and on Facebook, I'm Luther Clay. So just message me on any one of those, and I'll get in contact with you. And that's the best way to do it, yeah.
Brilliant, mate. So Sunday, the 8th of July, Battle of Bracknell, Animal Kingdom. Your fight has been named by your promoter.
Yeah.
Should be good fun. All right, mate. Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for talking to us.